I think we've seen some brilliant examples this morning of how brands are using content to sort of bridge that gap between the brand itself and their consumers. There was a spectacular speech, I thought, from a representative of Lego, who in the last few years have really taken an enormous amount of time to understand their customers and really understand what their customers want from them as a brand, and then have gone to a lot of trouble to make sure that they deliver them exactly that. Either through encouraging them or allowing them to create user-generated content, or by actually starting to create content themselves as a brand that users can play with, adapt, or share. So ultimately this was coming to a crescendo with the Lego movie. So it's just a really good example of a very, very thoughtful way in which they created content, but actually used some user content within the movie itself too, to create an incredibly engaging experience for their customers, young and old. Yeah, we saw some figures this morning about anticipated media spend over the next year or two, and what was ringing out loud from that is that easily the fastest growing sector within media is mobile. I personally think there's probably a lot of different ways of defining mobile, and this was probably a relatively narrow one, which makes some of the potential growth figures even more spectacular. But I think you're seeing in mobile, you're seeing that kind of increased spend and increased interest in mobile as just being a reflection of the fact that the consumer's already there. The consumer is already spending the majority of their communications time, if you like, on mobile devices. And I think we're all really playing catch up with them.